Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining.
And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
What's up, everybody? It's a little different. This isn't the podcast.
Wow.
We do it a little different on the live stream, Ben.
I don't know if I like that.
Oh, man. We are...
Yes.
What's
If
up,
you're not
everybody?
going to do it, I'm going to do it. So.
Welcome. I got Ben with me tonight. Streamed last night, solo. Ended up having a really good show. The Mavs are obviously going to cover the five. I talked about that game. Talked about the under in the Celtics Cavs game, which was a fucking absolute sweat, but it ended up cashing by 1.5 points. And at the end of the third quarter, I thought it was fucking chalk, dude. I did not think there was a chance that shit was going to hit.
Yep.
And then obviously we pushed on the under 9 in Arizona and Cincy, and then we cashed the Astros money line plus chicken with Ronald Blanco on the mound. So it was such a good day. I was like, dude, I gotta keep doing this. And then Ben was like, I'll hop on, like, let's do it. So Ben's here. I'm gonna try and do this, fairly often. Obviously I can't do it every day, but more nights than not I can hop on at night once the kid goes down and gets ready for bed. So excited to be here again tonight. We are being brought to you by the Sharps app, SHARPZ. Make sure to download it. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download, free to use. Track your bets. Become a better Sharps app. We got the hockey game going on right now, Ben. Stars, Avalanche, 4-2. Stars are in the lead. I talked about that game a little bit last night. Said I like the unders in both hockey games today, and I was talking about the Stars game in particular, Ben. I was like, the way they lost that first game, dude, being up 3-0 and then losing 4-3, it was like an absolute must-win game at home. Like, could not afford to lose this game.
No, absolutely not. And, look at it at where it is. They were up, 4-0?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, up 4-0, and now it's 4-2. So this is where the Avs get dangerous. And, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it stay here at 4-2. I wouldn't be surprised if we see, Colorado pull their goalie and Dallas score an empty netter.
No, we don't want any more goals, Ben.
Yeah, I know for your under, but I mean, it could also be a 4-4 game in the matter of a minute.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's the thing about hockey, dude. And,
yeah.
Unfortunately, if you're a Canes fan or you back the Canes today, horrible turnover in overtime leads to the game-winning goal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how things break sometimes. And now that series, I mean, you're the Hurricanes, you're down 3-0, facing elimination. I think that game's on Saturday, Ben, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah,
just terrible turn of events for the Hurricanes, man. And maybe Ben, the Rangers break the President's Cup curse, dude. Maybe, just maybe. Because Igor Shesterkin looks fucking phenomenal.
Shesterkin looks good. Panarin is getting back to his normal self here.
Yep.
So I mean, it's
and Lafreniere looks
up.
good.
Yeah. It's looking up for the Rangers. I mean, they have a nice combination of grit and finesse, which you need in playoff hockey. So, and they've got 3.5 solid lines.
Damn, Ben, I cannot believe this. I cashed every fucking play in the Mavs game. Mavs +5, live under 230.5, live under 241.5, all get home. And the 230.5, the final score was 119 to 110.
Yep.
And again,
Just barely made it.
after the third quarter, I thought for sure that shit was cake, dude.
Yeah.
I thought there was no fucking way that shit was going to get home.
Good shit.
Good turn of events after I had a shitty end of the week last week.
Yeah, I had a shitty day today. We're not talking about that.
What did you bet today?
I bet the. Let's see. What did I bet today? I had a soccer game that didn't go well. I had the.
What soccer game did you bet? The Bayern one?
Yeah. No, I had Austin Villa over 1.5 goals, and they got blanked.
Well,
So
if I knew anything about soccer, I would.
Yeah,
I
I had Giants first 5. They allowed 7 runs in the inning.
Yeah, that was.
Was.
It's funny. I was talking to Richie today, and he was like, "I'm surprised you didn't play the Rockies," and I was like, Richie's a Giants fan, and I was like, I wanted to, but like, I just cannot back Cal Quantrill, dude, like ever. Like, he's a turkey tosser, and he was like, yeah, that's true, and I was like, dude, because I wasn't watching the game, and I saw the score was 7-1. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, and then we were going through it, and it was like halfway through the 4th inning. I was just about to jump on a meeting. It's 1-0. I'm like, all right, we got the run. We'll take first 5. And then I literally come back in the 7th inning, and it's 8-1.
Yeah, that was
just what happened. And then it was like, oh my god, I pray that it happened in the 6th or 7th, and it did not. So,
Jesus, what else did you bet?
Let's see. I did the Houston game, which was good. I bet Cleveland today. That didn't hit at all. Chicago White Sox.
So that was that was another interesting game in the sense that like I was on the first 5 under, and then the fact that like I knew Ben Lively eventually was gonna regress, dude. Like he couldn't continue pitching the way he did. But both teams really struggle and have struggled against right-handed pitching lately.
And I was more of looking at Fetty and not expecting him to do anything, and he pitched six scoreless innings.
He's actually been good. His last start, he struggled a little bit, but in his last start, he really didn't get. Or I'm sorry, not his last start. The start before, he didn't get shelled until like the end of the game, and I think he went into like the 8th inning in that game. So like he's good through the first 5. That's why I was like, I don't want to fuck with the bullpens, and like after the first 5, I don't really want to touch it. So, but I mean, I would have played the Indians. I mean, I'm sorry, the Guardians. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Ben Lively. That's why I didn't want to touch it. Like Ben Lively, I knew was due for some regression at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that Cleveland would hit a little bit better than they did. So,
yeah,
is what it is. I mean, they had 9 hits. They got 2 runs in the 8th, but it just wasn't enough. So
have you looked at anything for tomorrow?
No, not really. I just took a preliminary glance at the Giants. The Giants came tomorrow. We got Webb on the hill, so that makes me a little.
Are you guys at home?
A little happy. Yeah, we're at home. We're going against Andrew Abbott, and Cincinnati's just been so ice cold. So I'm
until today
leaning the Giants there, but I also kind of lean the under. For that game. So, but really, that's the only game that I've really looked at.
We'll talk about that game. We'll definitely get into that game. I want to talk about the Diamondbacks and Orioles tomorrow. Diamondbacks are traveling to Baltimore, Camden Yards. Cole Irvin is on the mound. They're basically $1.40, $1.42 favorite everywhere. The total's at 8.5, and it's juiced to the under. Minus $1.20, minus $1.15. Really depends on, you got to shop around. I actually would not touch the under in this game. And the main reason being is that the Diamondbacks absolutely fucking shred left-handed pitching. They lead the league, 145 WRC plus, 180 ISO, only a 16% K rate, 313 average against, 494 slugging, and 377 WOBA. And on top of that, Cole Irvin's been really good in his last couple starts. Last start, he went 6 in the third innings, only gave up 2 hits, but he only had 4 strikeouts. So he's not getting a ton of swing and miss stuff. And a lot of balls are being put in play, but it's been beneficial to him. And it shows in his 3.96 xFIP and a 4.13 Sierra. He also has a 3.72 expected ERA, 255 expected batting average against. When people are hitting him, he's in the 19th percentile 43rd percentile in exit velo, 89 miles an hour, which is good, which is why his ERA is pretty low. 82nd percentile in ground ball rate and 5.1 percentile in walk rate. So he's not walking a ton of guys. Mm-hmm. So he's not walking guys, and he's getting guys to ground out, which are 2 good things. However, you also want a high K rate.
Yeah, he does not have that.
If guys are putting balls in play. He throws a curveball 29% of the time, 4-seamer 23% of the time, sinker 20%, cutter 12%, and then changeup slider he barely throws. His curveball, he has a 259 batting average against. His 4-seamer, he has a 318 batting average against this year. 318 and a 303 expected batting average against. His sinker, 222 batting average against, and his cutter, 261. Now, I mention all these things because I talked about how well the Diamondbacks hit lefties. They've hit lefties very well this year. Mm-hmm. They're also 4th in run value against fastballs, and they also have a positive 2.2 run value against curveballs. So both his 2 best pitches, they're hitting fairly well, especially fastballs. Right? On the flip side, you got Brandon Pfaadt opposing him on the other side of the mound. Brandon Pfaadt, if you remember last year in the playoffs, I mean, he was like unhittable.
Lights out, yeah.
This year, he's had some up and downs. He was really good against Seattle. He went 6 innings. I know he gave up 2 earned, but he had 11 fucking Ks, dude. Great fucking start. Against San Diego, he went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned. That's a quality start. Only had 4 strikeouts. However, San Diego is the second best team against righties this year. Mm-hmm. They fucking crush righties. So I'm not going to really hold that against him. The starts that he really got banged up was his second and third start, where against Atlanta he gave up 5 earned in 5 2/3, and then Seattle 6 earned. I mean, I'm sorry, not Seattle. St. Louis gave up 6 earned, but he has a 4.61 ERA, but only a 3.27 xFIP, Ben, and he has a 3.28 Sierra. Mm-hmm. So we're expecting some positive regression really coming his way, because his advanced analytics are showing that he's a much better pitcher than his numbers say. He's had a little bit of bad luck, as opposed to Irvin, who's had a lot of good luck. So his expected ERA is 3.34. He's in the 82nd percentile in chase rate. So guys are chasing his pitches. And then he's also 95th percentile in walk rate, so he's not allowing a lot of walks. Mm-hmm. But when he is getting hit, he's getting hit hard.
Yeah.
His 2 main pitches, he throws a 4-seamer 34% of the time, and he has a really good fastball, and he throws a sweeper 30% of the time. His 4-seamer has a 196 batting average against, so that's his best pitch. Where he's really getting hit is his sinker, 310 batting average against, his changeup, 333 batting average against, and his sweeper, 263 batting average against.
And how often is he throwing those pitches?
His sweeper is his second most used pitch, 30.2%. Sinker, 21.7%. That is his sweeper, 263 batting average against.
Okay.
He's given up 5 home runs. 3 of them have been off his sweeper. I wanted to see his last.
Is Camden hitter's yard?
Not anymore. Used to be, because they used to have that short left field porch. Now they moved the wall out. Mm-hmm. So now it's not as good of a hitter park as before. but it does play well to lefties, lefty hitters.
Mm.
And that is my concern with Brandon Pfaadt. Is he's giving up a 347 average against lefties. 408 WOBA. But a 371 xFIP against lefties.
Mm-hmm.
So he's allowed 5 home runs. 3 have come against lefties. He's given up 43 hits this year in 41 innings. 26 have come against lefties. So lefties have done the main damage off him. But I've talked about this many times on our shows. The Orioles are one of the worst teams against the fastball. -7 run value against the fastball, Ben.
That's not good.
They don't hit fastballs well. But they do hit, and they're also basically average, league average against sliders. And they're also -1.5 run value against sinkers.
But who as lefties are going to actually play tomorrow? You've got Gunnar. Is O'Hearn going to play? No, it'll probably be Mountcastle.
No, O'Hearn will play. He'll probably DH.
Okay.
Mountcastle will play first.
Kowser,
Santander.
Herstad.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, Mullins will play. But he's not going to really push the ball out of the park much, is he?
Nah, he hasn't been swinging the sticks very well.
Yeah.
But if you look at against fastballs, Adley's been good, plus 6.2 run value on fastballs. Kowser's been good, plus 5.3. James McCann's been good. He only faces lefties. And then Jordan Westberg. Everybody else on that team is negative run value against fastballs.
Mm-hmm.
And the game goes over 4-3. Dude, if the Stars choke this, bro,
it's gonna be.
That would be an epic choke job.
How much time's left?
3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Jesus.
That would be an epic choke job.
Yikes. It's like the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
I mean, with all of the saying that this is, making me want to lean Diamondbacks here.
Yep.
Which at plus 125, I think is great value.
Great value. However, my one concern about the Diamondbacks is the fact that today they pitched Kevin Ginkel. Well, Ginkel will be available tomorrow because he didn't pitch on Tuesday, so that's good news. Actually, they'll have all their top relievers available tomorrow. They'll have Mantiply, Seawald, and they'll have what's his name available, Ginkel. So I actually do like the Diamondbacks full game.
Yeah,
I like them first 5 for sure. Because I'm telling you, Ben, there's regression due for Cole Irvin. Like I've watched Cole Irvin pitch for the A's. I've watched him pitch for the Orioles. Like, this dude is not that good. He went 6 1/3 innings last game and only had 2 strikeouts. How the fuck you only have 2 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings?
Who was he pitching against?
The Reds.
Oh, wow, that's surprising too.
The Reds don't hit lefties. I mean, obviously they don't hit lefties. They only had 2 hits off him, but they put the ball in play. And on top of that too, Ben, a strength of the Orioles has always been their bullpen. It is no longer that because they don't have a closer, dude.
Yeah, the injuries have taken that out of there.
And Kimbrel blew the save on Tuesday against on Wednesday against the Nationals. They ended up winning in extra innings, but the strength of that team used to be the bullpen, and that is no longer an ultra strength. Like they're still top 15 bullpen ERA, but they used to be top 3.
Yeah.
And that's a little concerning. And then you can't really take into consideration the Diamondbacks bullpen numbers because Ginkel, Mantiply, and Seawald have all been hurt at times, and now they're all 3 healthy. And those are the 3 that carried them to the World Series last year. Mm-hmm. So I actually love the Diamondbacks tomorrow, Ben. I think at this number, I think this is absolute must play.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Dallas just took a penalty.
Oh man, dude, if they choke a 4-0 lead, then
Yeah.
you could pack these sorry motherfuckers up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd even lean over, but I don't think there's enough enough evidence that it's going to go over here.
Yeah, 8.5 is, you know, maybe play Diamondbacks team total over.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing about the Diamondbacks too is Corbin Carroll's been hitting the ball this week.
Yeah,
he might be back.
Offensively, they've kind of come back around.
Yeah, they're definitely swinging the sticks better, and like I said, dude, they've been crushing lefties, dude, this year. Yeah. Absolutely, just destroying left-handed pitching. So I do like the Diamondbacks. I looked at this a little bit before we came on the stream, and I was like, just everything I was going through, I was like, damn, dude, the Diamondbacks are the play. This is the same thing that when I played the Astros today.
Yeah.
Like, I just kept going through everything. I'm like, dude, the Astros are the fucking play. Like, this should be a lot closer to a pick'em than it is. And, you know, you kind of have to pay a tax on the Orioles now. They're one of those teams that, like, the public's always going to bet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why.
Especially if they see him as the favorite.
Yep. So I think that's kind of why that number is the way that it is. Mm-hmm. All right, you want to talk about this Cincy Giants game?
Yeah, we definitely can. I think there's. I don't think there's great value there in backing the Giants at minus 155. Yeah, I don't think. You know, I guess I just don't have faith in the Giants too much. But I think Abbott is definitely pitching above where he should be. And I think Webb is pitching below where he should be. So I think we'll see some negative and positive regression from each of these pitchers. The thing that does scare me is the Giants batting against lefties.
It's because their two best hitters are left-handed hitters.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants batting against anyone is a concern to me. But you know, Abbott has some good stuff. Even though the Giants are hitting better against lefties, it just seems like they struggle. They're not hitting the ball hard, and that's what worries me about this Giants team. So
the thing that like I don't like about the Giants against lefties is the fact that their best hitter, Lamont Wade Jr., literally cannot hit lefties, dude. They don't even play him against lefties because he can't hit lefties.
Yeah,
and he's by far their best hitter. However, in the sense of Andrew Abbott, he's interesting, and I say that because, you know, last year, his first like 5 or 6 starts, he had like a 98% left on base rate, and that's just like unsustainable, right? And you know, people like me that are like really into advanced analytics and stuff, like we just kept fading him and fading him and fading him, and like he would just continue to like do it, like he would continue to get out of jams and not give up a ton of runs, and I don't know how the fuck he did it. You know, like his numbers even this year, 3.32 ERA with a 4.3 xFIP, a 4.08 Sierra. He has an 85.2% left on base rate. Against the Orioles, he gave 2 runs. They were both solo home runs, and he had 100% left on base rate. Like the guy just like gets out of jams. It's insane. Against the Rangers, he struggled, and the one thing about the Rangers aren't good against left-handed pitching either. So the fact that they hit him is interesting. Seattle too. Seattle put up 2 runs against him. I know 2 is like 6 innings, 2 runs is a great start. Don't get me wrong, but I think he is hittable. You know what I mean?
Well, the negative regression from where Cincinnati was
offensively
at the beginning of the year offensively is just shocking. Absolutely shocking to me.
Yeah, the one thing that does concern me is they kind of woke up a little bit today. I know they only put up 4 runs, but they looked dead in the water, and in the 8th inning, they tied the game against Logan Allen, who's a left-handed pitcher, and they haven't been able to hit lefties at all. They're one of the worst teams against left-handed pitching this season. How are they against righties? They are against righties, Cincinnati. I mean, they're not good against anyone. Holy shit.
No, not. Yeah, no, they're not.
80 WRC plus against righties, 208 average against, only a 288 WOBA, 28% K rate, Ben.
Yeah.
And then obviously Logan Webb throws a sinker majority of the time. Let me see his exact number. Webb's been dog shit this year, though.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking there's going to be some positive regression.
Well, I mean, his expected ERA is 4.72. His expected batting average against is 306. He's getting hit really hard. Exit velo, not really, 89.9%. Not bad. He has a high chase rate, too, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. His, he's a 3.23 xFIP, 3.46 Sierra, so definitely expecting some positive regression. 58% ground ball rate, only an 18% K rate. That's the shit that worries me. He's not getting a lot of swings and misses.
Yeah, which is what he was getting the last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah. He's coming off 2 starts where he gave up 8 runs in 7 2/3 innings.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. He has not been good against lefties, giving up a 300 batting average against. He's only given up 2 home runs all year, though. That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been really good at home, 0.82 ERA. What's the total? 7.5. Juice to the under.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't hate it. First 5 under might be the way to go, too, if it's 4.
Yeah, if it's 4, I think you could play first 5 under. I think you can take Giants minus a half a run in the first 5. I think you can benefit by, if you want to pay the tax, you can benefit by taking the Giants full game because they do have all of their relief pitchers.
Yeah, because they got shelled
since they
today.
had the day off today.
No, the Giants played today.
Giants played today?
Yeah, they got shelled by the Rockies.
Oh, by the Rockies. That's right.
Damn, the Reds are actually good against sinkers and changeups. And that's both of Logan Webb's 2 main pitches.
Rodriguez, Jackson, and Taylor Rogers.
Damn, Webb's changeup just getting fucking shelled, dude. 302 batting average against. Both the home runs he's given up off his changeup. 352 expected batting average against.
What was that against? One of them against.
One was against Philly. One was
Phillies,
against Boston.
Both away, though.
Yeah. Both are away. There's not really like a ton of difference on his changeup. His changeup's basically the same speed, same inches of drop as from last year, same inches of break, a little less than last year, but it's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. You just got to think about how dog shit the Reds' offense is right now, too.
Yeah, but I do worry that they might have woken up today. And yesterday they got a lot of hits, too. They just didn't score runs.
5-3 final. Sorry.
For what?
Hockey.
Oh, yeah, that shit was cooked after it was 4-3.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's 6.5. Let's see. 2. Box score here. How are the relief pitchers that went today? Martinez, Cruz, and Farmer. Are they their top guys?
Martinez is not. Cruz is good. Cruz is one of their guys, and Diaz is their closer.
Okay, Cruz pitched 29 pitches today, so he'll probably be off the table tomorrow.
Yeah. But they also have Mole available. He's a lefty. Pagan will be available. And Sims will also. And Brent Sutter and Sims will be available. Sutter and Sims are both lefties. That's the thing I do like is that they can bring in lefties to counteract a lot of the Giants' strength, but I don't know. Honestly, the under might be a solid play here. Like, I don't know. I don't think minus 155 is good value for the Giants, although
No.
I'm not rushing to play the Reds. But if I were to play this, I probably would play the Reds. If I were to. If you put a gun to my head and said you have to make a play in this game, I would probably play the Reds. But I don't like fading Logan Webb at home.
Yep.
Which is why I probably lean the under.
Yeah, and there's not going to be any run support there, so.
I think the first 5 under is probably the best way to play this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like the first 5 on both sides.
Giants bullpen is second to last in baseball.
Yep.
A 5.01 ERA, and then the Reds are 4.51. Jesus Christ, see the Giants, man. What is going on with San Francisco, Ben?
What's such a high spot 2 years ago, last year.
I think getting back home though is good for them.
Yeah, they were on a long road trip.
Yeah, they had 3 series road trip.
Yeah.
3 series against good teams, and then the Rockies, obviously. At least they won the Rockies series.
Yeah.
Won 2 out of 3. What other games catch your eye? Dodgers, Padres.
Who's pitching there?
Glass now versus King. We also got Toronto versus Minnesota. Minnesota, Joe Ryan versus Kikuchi.
Kind of like this Blackburn Woo lineup too. A's Seattle.
Damn, Woo's making his debut.
No, he's pitched already this year, right?
Nope. There's no. I don't even see a line out for that one. It's off the board everywhere.
Oh no, yeah, it's not pitched yet. Yeah. So he might not get the start tomorrow.
He probably will. He's just not He's not activated yet.
Gotcha.
So they can't really put a line out because there is a chance that he doesn't pitch because he's not on the roster.
Oakland or in Seattle?
That is in Seattle.
Oh man, it would have been Woo's coming home.
Yep. He pitched in San Francisco last year. That'll be an interesting game too because Seattle just got fucking slaughtered by fucking Minnesota, dude. That was a very rough series. So
11-1 today.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to bounce back. Minnesota, Ben, I'm telling you right now, man, when they get Royce Lewis back, that is the best team in the American League. Hands down. There's not a better team in the American League than that team. They are absolutely fucking just crushing the ball, dude. And everyone was like, well, and I said it too. Well, they played the Angels and the and the fucking White Sox for like 9 games. But it's like they just continue to do it, dude. They just did it against one of the best pitching teams in all of baseball. So it's like, now what do we say?
Yeah. And they're winning close games too, which is the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, they got a great bullpen. Phenomenal bullpen. And now that Duran's back, it just even solidifies it even more. But this line tomorrow, I mean, the Blue Jays are minus $1.15, minus $1.10, and then the Twins are even money coming back the other way, which is very strange considering the paths of these two teams the last 2 weeks. I mean, the Blue Jays have looked like fucking absolute dog shit, except for that last game against the Phillies. And then the Twins look like they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
They haven't lost a series in a month.
Wow. That's impressive.
You got Joe Ryan on the mound. 2.45 expected ERA. He has a 3.54 ERA. 1.01 whip. Not walking, guys. He is giving up 59th percentile on average exit velo. His main pitch is a 4-seam fastball. He throws it 47% of the time. And Toronto does not hit fastballs well.
Yeah, they're going up against a hot Kikuchi. You know everybody loves hot coochies, so
Kikuchi has been good since like the middle of last year. He's been good.
yeah, he had a little stumble in the Dodgers series, but the Dodgers put up runs on everyone. So
Yeah, but you know what is very similar between the Dodgers and the Twins? They're two of the best teams against fastballs.
okay,
And Kikuchi throws his fastball 45% of the time, curveball 29.6%.
Twins hit lefties well too.
Yeah, they don't hit curveballs well though.
Okay,
That's his second best pitch, but they crush fastballs, dude. They crush fastballs. And you know what's crazy about Minnesota is last year they like could not hit lefties, dude. It was like anytime a lefty started against them, you just fucking play the other team because Minnesota is not going to be able to hit them. But this year they are hitting them, and a big part of that is because of Willie Castro and Ryan Jeffers. Ryan Jeffers, if the All-Star voting was right now, he'd be the starting catcher for the American League. That's how good Ryan Jeffers has been. The one thing about Kikuchi though is he is very good against lefties. So that is one thing about him. So your Larnix, well, he doesn't usually start against lefties. Max Kepler, he'll start against him because Max Kepler plays every day. So does Edouard Julien. They're gonna struggle, probably, because Kikuchi's good against lefties. Let me get his full numbers against lefties. 210 or 188 average against. He's only given up 6 hits against lefties. A 163 WOBA against.
what's Woba?
Weighted on base average.
That's right.
But he hasn't faced a lot of he's only faced 33 total. He's only faced 33 lefties.
Oh wow, that's not much at all.
Yeah. But when you factor everything in, like, the fucking Blue Jays bullpen absolutely sucks dick.
Mm-hmm.
That bullpen's fucking terrible.
Let's see, how long is Kikuchi going into game? 6 innings.
Yeah.
In every start. So
Third time through, he has a 5 ERA though.
oof.
And then,
So if they can just get hits and then get to that third time before the sixth inning, you're
yep.
money.
What else does Joe Ryan throw? Sweeper, slider, splitter, four seamer. Basically, four seam split, sweeper. And Toronto is below average against fastballs, barely above average against splitters, terrible against sliders and sweepers, though. I mean, they do not fucking hit those motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of like the Twins here, man. I know the Twins they played today and Toronto was off, but
Well, let's also look at this too, because if we look at the Twins versus Kikuchi, the regular starting lineup, they're not that. Well, there's not a lot of at bats. Correa is batting 500, 10 for 20. Margot is 5 for 17. Miranda 1 for 2. Santana 2 for 9. Kepler 1 for 5. Jeffers 0 for 5. Farmer 0 for 5. Castro 1 for 6. They do not hit him well.
yeah, but this team's better this year than previous years. This is different. Like Jeffers is having a career year, like way above average.
Let's look at Joe Ryan. Because that is also something that I utilize when I look at games, is how these teams have done in the past against let's see, Joe Ryan against Toronto. Decently. Again, not too many at bats. 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 2. 0 for 3, 1 for 3, 3 for 10, 1 for 2.
Damn, dude, Minnesota is just absolute, dude. Best team against fucking fastballs is Minnesota. Number one team. By like a wide margin, too. Like, it's not even fucking close.
Yeah. I lean Minnesota, but I don't know if I'm going to play this one.
Yeah, I like Minnesota. I like Arizona. I like too many dogs tomorrow, dude. That's usually not a good thing, bro.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, I think that Minnesota Blue Jays game, I bet that fucking closes as the Twins is a favorite.
What is it?
You can get them like even money, basically. They're basically even money everywhere.
Toronto minus 120, Twins even.
Minus 120, dude. Toronto's not that. They're not good enough to be minus 120, bro. Against.
I think it's just because they're at home.
And their bullpen fucking sucks. Yeah,
Minnesota's good on the road too.
Yeah. Although, you know, they've played the Angels and the White Sox on the road.
Very true. I'd probably lean Minnesota. Take it at even money now. Maybe do a half unit.
Yeah. Where is it? Damn, it's not even up right now.
Really? ESPN bet's the only one.
Yeah, I wonder if. Where is it? Wonder why. I'll probably be up momentarily, but I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Minnesota for show. I also played the Phillies -1.5 tomorrow against the fucking Marlins with Ranger Suarez on the mound.
Yeah, -120. That's rough.
It was -110 earlier.
Okay. I might look at team total over tomorrow, especially if that over under is sitting at 7.5.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be 5.5 for the Phillies, but
What do you think about the hockey games tomorrow? Florida, Boston. Florida, Boston, game 3, and then Edmonton, Vancouver, game 2.
And this Edmonton Vancouver series is going to be a fun one. I think this is going to go probably 7 and just go back and forth. I mean, I would love to see Vancouver just go through and just like pound the Oilers to the ground, but I don't think that's going to happen. These two offenses have way too much firepower, but also because they scored so many goals last game, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow's game goes under, just for like the power of evening things out.
I don't know, dude. I feel like that series is just gonna be like hella goals scored.
Yeah, there's going to be one game that it's going to go under. The rest are going to be over. But I mean, I think this is going to be a 6 or 7 game series. So wouldn't be surprised if we see 1-1 coming out of the game tomorrow.
I will say that, after the first period, the last game, I mean, Edmonton, I don't even think they got a shot on net until the end of the third period.
Wasn't that bad, but
it seemed like forever.
Yeah.
Vancouver just dominated that shit.
The Vancouver's a very good team. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Let's see, where are we at box score? We're going to be able to see how many shots per. But see, Edmonton had only 18 shots.
Yeah.
4 went in, though.
Well, 2 were on power plays.
Yeah.
And we know they got a good power play.
Yeah. I think Vancouver's going to win this series. I think we're going to see another oil spill. This team's just not built for the playoffs. They have the best player in hockey. Probably the best 2 centers, number 1 and 2 centers, but they just can't score goals like they need to.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. They're so center deep that you can't expect Hyman to have 2 goals.
Yeah. I kind of think both home teams take care of business tomorrow in the NBA. The Knicks don't have OG Anunoby.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't lay the 7, though. I think that's a little too much. But not interested in playing the Knicks. But I really like the Wolves, man. I would just continue to play the Wolves every fucking game until till it doesn't hit. They've hit every game so far.
Yep.
They're just rolling at this point. I think they smell blood in the water in this series, and Nuggets have to go to Minnesota down 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be extremely difficult to get a W in that building.
Yeah.
So I like the T-Wolves tomorrow.
I'm sure there's trouble in the locker room too. If you got guys throwing heat pads on, if you guys got guys yelling at each other on the court, like
yeah, but I mean they've won a championship before, but I do think that like the body language of Jokic last game, like it does look like he's checked out, dude.
mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't want to say that like he's like given up, but I definitely think like he's ready to go back to Serbia and tend to his horses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and after winning a championship, you're tired. So
yeah,
not next year. That's why it's so hard to go back to back.
Yep, it is difficult.
Right. Take both home teams. Can see that happening.
I'd probably play Pacers first half more than I would play the game, and then on the flip side, I'll probably play Nuggets first half and then T-Wolves full game. But I don't really want to fade the Wolves right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just play the Wolves full game. I think they win. I think they take care of business.
I'm nice and frozen.
I think this series is over.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Last podcast for a while. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Have fun in Cancun. Ben's leaving for Cancun on Monday. Saturday.
Yep.
So Ben won't be here. Shout out to Ben going on his honeymoon. Yes, sir. I'll be back on Sunday night though with Irvin. I might live stream tomorrow and Saturday depending on how it goes. So follow me on Twitter at Jordan Rules TSP. I'll let you all know. Talked over some good games. I like Arizona plus 120. I like Minnesota plus even money. Ben, which one were you on?
My favorite's gonna be Arizona first 5 money line, and then probably San Francisco first 5. I'll go minus a half a run to get a little bit better value.
Minus a half. I'll probably be on that first 5 under.
Under 4, yeah, I think that's a good play too.
I'll probably be on that. But thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Make sure to download the Sharps app, SHARPZ, straight to your mobile device. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download, free to use. Sharps app. Track your bet. Become a better bettor. Follow us on Twitter at taproom_sports. Follow us on Instagram at Taproom Sports Podcast. I'll be back Sunday. Have a great weekend. And I'll probably be back tomorrow and Saturday. Follow me on Twitter to find out. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
Later.